to a comfortable seated position on your mat to start. So whatever feels good to your body tonight. Happy Tuesday. Another week is here, and we are going to slow our bodies down, get that breathing right, and feel good going into hump day tomorrow. All right, go ahead and find that strong posture, rolling those shoulders back, shining your heart, beginning to find your Ujjayi breath here as you seal your lips and breathe through your nose. As we begin every practice, we will begin by uniting our movement with our breath. So starting by letting our hands fall to the side, palms facing up. As we inhale, rise our hands up overhead, flip those palms, exhale, press down. Inhale, palms face up, rise, welcome in all that new energy. Flip your palms, press down, exhale. Taking 3 more here at your own pace, matching your movement with your breath. Palms facing up as we inhale, facing down as we exhale. Finding stillness on your mat once you finish. 3 more breaths here. Feeling that strong posture right from the start, a strong core to work us through our practice, our week, our life. Rolling those shoulders back as you come to stillness. Inhale, reach up. Press those hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist to the left. Left hand comes behind, right hand gently placed in front of you. Taking a breath here as we begin to gently wake up our spine, twisting it here, holding that core strong. As we inhale, we come to center, reach up again, press away. Exhale, twist open to the right, gazing over that right shoulder here, balancing out that twist of our spine as we wake up our whole core. Inhale, coming back to center, pressing up. Exhale, plant those hands behind you, fingertips facing away. Find that little back bend as your head drops back, opening that throat, shining your beautiful heart. Tuck that chin, inhale, back to center, reaching up one final time. As we exhale, we come forward. Palms plant down, reaching that chest down towards our mat. On every exhale, maybe walking those fingertips a little bit further forward. Feeling those hamstrings begin to wake up as we stretch them out, bring some life into them. Breathing into anything that you might feel tonight feels a little bit tight, feels a little bit under stress. Knowing we're going to take the next 40 minutes or so to ourselves to better our body and better our mind. Inhale as we slowly come back up to a flat back. Roll our shoulders back. Keeping those shoulders dropped, drop your head over toward the left. Waking up your neck. Pulling that right shoulder away from your ear. Coming through center, let your chin come down toward your chest, rolling over to the right side, opening up the left side of our neck here. Coming back through center one final time, rolling that head up, finding stillness as we face forward on our mat and find child's pose. Knees coming wide to the outside edges of our mat. Big toes to touch behind us. Sitting back onto those heels while walking those hands forward. Letting our forehead meet our mat. Making sure those lips are still sealed if that feels okay. And maybe setting an intention for your practice here. Whatever might feel good to you tonight. For me, it will be patience. Maybe you're working on patience, stability, love, hope throughout your practice and throughout your day. Slowly walk those hands over to the left. Maybe they walk off of your mat as far as feels okay to your body to find that deep stretch in your right side body, keeping those hips square to the ground, keeping your forehead resting on your mat. Slowly walking your hands back through center across your mat, finding the furthest possibility to the right side until your left side body feels that deep stretch. Breathe into your left side body. Slowly walk those hands back to center, finding your forward child's pose. Taking one deep inhale, and as we exhale, lifting our body into a tabletop position here. Finding stillness as we stack all of our joints over top of one another. Finding cat-cow as we drop our belly, inhale, gaze up. Exhale, arch your back, gaze back towards those toes, tuck your chin. Finding 4 more cat-cow at your own pace. Inhaling as you drop your belly. Exhaling as you gaze back. Meeting in a center tabletop position when you are finished. Knowing, as always, there's no rush to get there. What feels good to your body tonight? What helps you move through your practice? These 45 minutes are for yourself. Take them however feels good to you. Knowing at any point throughout our practice, if something does not feel okay to you, you find child's pose, centering your body until you're ready to join us again. Giving everyone a few more moments to finish their cat and cow. Meeting in a flat back once you're finished. Everyone meeting us here. We're gonna go ahead and give some love to our wrists, stretch them out a little. So gently turn your hands so that your fingertips are facing in toward your body. That might require you to hinge forward a little, that's okay. Wherever you are, go ahead and find circles here. So those wrists are now pointing out as your fingertips point in toward your body. And you just take some gentle circles, massaging those wrists, waking them up to guide us through our practice. Knowing it might feel a little uncomfy, and that's okay. Finding stillness, turning those hands back around to a front position. And now flipping our hands so that the top of our hand is resting on the mat, and our palms are now facing up toward our head as we just hinge our way forward and back, if that feels okay to your body. Maybe roll up onto those knuckles, they might crack. And when your body feels okay, go ahead and turn them back. Finding that tabletop position here now that our wrists are woken up. Inhale, left arm comes high overhead. Exhale, weave it through the right side, resting on that shoulder and head as you lift your right arm up towards the ceiling, maybe gazing up toward that right hand. Stretching out that spine and your lower back. Feeling those shoulders open up. Exhale, plant your right hand, press your body up. Left arm reaches back, up, and over. Exhale, plant your left hand. Inhale, right arm comes high overhead. Exhale, weave it through, resting on that shoulder, lifting your left arm if your body feels able, and gazing up toward that left hand. Keeping your hips square here. Feeling those shoulders stretch out, waking up our chest. Exhale, plant your left hand. Press yourself up. Right arm comes back, up and over. Exhale, plant your hand down. Tuck your toes, press back. Downward facing dog. Pedaling out your dog here by bending those knees forward and back. Trying to work those heels down into your mat. Finding that flat back, that V in your body. And finding stillness in your legs when it feels okay to you. Bringing those feet together at the back of your mat. Large toes are touching. Inhale, right leg up. Bend at the knee. Open that hip. Stacking your hips open as your right leg falls to the side. Maybe just finding that three-legged dog feels like enough to you, and that's okay. Otherwise, go ahead, open those hips. Maybe find some circles in your hips, your knees, your ankles, whatever feels good to you. Straightening that leg, coming back to center. Exhale, plant your right foot down. Inhale, left leg comes high. Bending your hip, your knee, stacking your hip open. Trying to stack them on top of one another here. Finding circles if it feels okay to your body. Keeping an even amount of pressure through your two hands. Really waking up our hips here. Straightening that left leg. Rolling that hip back over. Gently, left leg comes down to our mat. We begin to walk our feet forward toward our hands. Finding that fold here as we grab opposite elbows. Making a basket for our head. Swaying side to side in ragdoll. Only thing moving is from our hips up. Stretching out that lower back. Shake your head no, nod it yes. Let it hang heavy. Let the weight of your head bring your body a little bit deeper. Stretching out those hamstrings. Coming back to center. Letting those arms hang heavy here. Inhale. Halfway lift, finding a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold as deep as you can. And then exhale a little bit deeper. And as you rise up, inhale slowly as possible. Stacking just one vertebrae at a time. Keeping that chin tucked. Letting your head be the last thing to rise up. Finding mountain pose here as we come to stillness on our mat. Rolling those shoulders back. Finding that tall posture, lifting all 10 toes, feeling that weight equally through the four corners of our feet. Gently letting those toes come back down. Inhale, reach up, rise up, look up, find that back bend. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, jump or step back. Finding that high plank position, holding it here with those shoulders just stacked over our wrists. Lowering our body till our belly meets the mat for the count of 5, 4, 3, hover, 2, 1. Belly comes down. Let the tops of your feet rest on your mat. Plant your hands right around the top of your rib cage. Press that body up. Finding cobra. Opening that chest. Exhale, lay it on down. Nice and slow. Inhale. Press up. Roll your shoulders down. Hold it here. Exhale, roll back down. One more time, finding cobra, pressing up. Shining our heart. Exhale, gently roll down. Let those hands become a pillow for your head, resting your forehead, bending at your knees, and letting your legs fall side to side, like a windshield wiper. Gently bringing some love to that lower back. Finding stillness. Tuck those toes, plant your hands, press yourself right up and back into downward facing dog. Feeling those heels able to come a little bit closer toward your mat here. Now that our legs are feeling nice and awake. Gaze forward, come up onto those toes. Jumper step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Reach up. Look back. Exhale, fold. Planting your hands, jumper step back. Flowing through, high push up, low push up. Upward facing dog. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Breathe right here. Knowing at any point, if flowing through feels like too much to you, we just meet in downward dog. Remember, it's whatever feels good to your body. Inhale, right leg high. Step it through. Finding warrior one on the right side. Hips are square. Chest is proud. Breathing into that deep bend in our front leg. As we open ourselves into warrior two, spinning that back foot, gaze over that front middle finger, chest proud, flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Keeping that deep bend in your leg. Coming forward to extended side angle. So we windmill that body forward. Our right arm just comes to resting, not placing it, taking all the weight. That right arm comes to around our knee. Left arm comes up overhead. Bicep along our ear. If a bind is in your practice, you can find it now by reaching that arm under your leg. Left arm over, open that chest. If bird of paradise is in your practice, you can take it now. If not, we will learn it at another date. If you've come into a bind, gently bring yourself back out, all meeting in extended side angle. Lift that body back up, warrior two. Straighten your front leg, hinging at your hips. Reach that fingertip forward. Reach a little further. Come down into triangle pose. Knowing it's okay to feel a burn in those muscles. Breathing into it, giving it some extra love. Gazing up at that left hand if you're able. Holding that core nice and strong. On your next exhale, windmill that left hand down, framing your right foot. Step back, flow through, meeting in downward facing dog. Take your gaze forward, jumper step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Reach up. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, jumper step back. Flowing through, meeting in downward dog. Inhale, left leg high, step it through. Warrior one on the left. Finding that deep bend in your left knee right from the start. Opening up, warrior two. Gaze over that front middle finger. Flipping that front palm, reverse your warrior. Hinging your body forward, finding extended side angle. Letting that bicep come along your ear. Using that core to hold your body here. Finding a bind if that feels okay. Again, finding bird of paradise if it's in your practice here. If you're working on your balance. Wherever you might have taken it, meet us back in extended side angle. Exhale, bring yourself back up, warrior two. Straighten your front leg, hinge your body forward, a little further, triangle pose. Drop that left arm down. Trying to find a straight line from one fingertip through your chest up to your other fingertip. Right through the center of your body. Holding that core nice and tight for balance. Exhale, cartwheel that hand down. Step back, flow through. Downward facing dog. Gaze forward, jumper step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Reach up. Look back. Exhale, fold forward. Plant those hands, jumper step back. Holding your high push-up position here. Drive that right knee toward your right elbow. Hold it at a hover. Plant that foot, low runner's lunge. Holding that lunge here. Exhale, drop your left knee. Lift your body up. Sink into those hips as you shine your heart. Maybe you interlace those fingers behind you and really open that heart here. Deepening that hip stretch. Coming back to center wherever you've taken it. Straightening that front leg. Flexing that foot. Framing your right leg. Walk your hands forward as far as you can. Aiming that chest toward your leg. And maybe let your toes fall side to side as you give your hip a little massage, if that feels okay to you. Finding stillness as you gently walk those hands back, lifting your body up, planting that front foot again, planting your hands, tucking those left toes, finding that low runner's lunge. As we gently step our right foot back, finding that high plank position. Finding one push-up here, dropping our chest to the mat, pressing right back up. Drive your left knee toward your left elbow. Hold it here. Plant that left foot. Low runner's lunge. Holding that lunge here for a second, gently. And then gently dropping that right knee. Lifting that body up as we sink into our hips. Maybe this time we find prayer hands behind our back, opening that heart. Maybe you go to interlace those fingers. Again, whatever feels good to you here. Coming back to center, stillness. Straighten that left leg. Flex that foot. Frame your leg, walk your hands forward. Working towards bringing that chest in toward your thigh. Dropping your feet your toes side to side. Feeling that hip. Bringing some love into that hip. Being thankful for our joints, for you being able to move us the way that they do every day. Finding stillness, walking that body back up, planting our left foot, planting our hands, finding that low runner's lunge here, gently stepping back, flow through, upward facing dog or cobra, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, jumper step forward. Halfway lift, fold. Inhale, rise up. Reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. We stay standing here. Letting those arms fall into our mountain pose. Our feet are just about shoulder width apart here. As we gently sit back, as if we're sitting into a chair, finding that low squat, keeping our chest proud. Gently exhale, rise up. Now bringing those feet together, big toes touching as we sit back into chair pose. So now we know the movement. Arms come up, sit down, chest stays proud. Our bottom presses back. Knees squeeze in toward one another, squeeze those thighs. Exhale, fold forward, let your arms hang heavy. Inhale, gently rise up. Heel toe those feet apart from each other, just a little bit wider than shoulder width here. Toes gently pointing out. Sitting down here into a squat. Trying to bring our hips to knee level, keeping the weight in our heels. Pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up. Give those hips a nice little circle massage. Bring it around town for those young ones who know what is that, SpongeBob reference? All right, coming back to center. Sitting down into that squat one more time. Holding it here. Breathing through that burn. Pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up. Heel toe those feet a little bit further apart here. Further to where it almost feels a little uncomfy. Knowing it's okay as long as there's no pain. A little discomfort is okay. Bring those hands behind you, interlacing those fingers, opening that chest, shining that heart. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe that head rests on your mat. Those arms reach forward here. Feeling those shoulders stretch. Opening nice and deep. Releasing hold of your fingertips as you gently walk them behind you, through your legs, using those fingertips to peel your body away. Taking an inversion here, if and only if it's in your practice. Maybe you take a headstand, tripod, whatever might feel good to you tonight. Walking those hands back, just under our shoulders as we find a flat back. And gently walk our hands over toward our left foot. Maybe over that left foot if it feels okay. Stretching that hamstring. Reaching our left arm up high if that feels okay. Gently walking those hands back through center across our mat over toward that right foot. Remembering it might feel different on one side from the other, that's okay. Gently walking back through center, finding that flat back. As we find a T with our arms, using that core to hold our body right here. And then exhale and gently rise that body up, shining that heart. Heel toeing those feet back together till we find that mountain pose here. And we gently begin to sit down, coming into a yogi squat. Remembering we have the option to stay on our feet, pressing those elbows to the inside of our knees, or dropping onto our bottom if that feels better. Maybe it doesn't feel okay to your hips to be on your feet. That's okay. Drop to your bottom and use those elbows here to press to the inside of your knees and open those hips. Remembering it's your practice, what feels good to your body. If you're in that yogi squat here, go ahead and now drop to your bottom. Everyone finding a seated position on your mat. Gently lying yourself back by letting one vertebrae at a time lay down onto that mat. Letting your head be the last thing to come to rest. Reaching those legs straight up, finding a 90-degree angle with our body, making sure that that lower back is tucked into our mat. We're gonna flutter kick our legs here. So one leg drops and switching sides as the opposite leg comes up. So one leg is 90 degrees, one comes down to a 6-inch hover. At your own pace, matching this movement again with your breath. As you switch, every inhale, one leg drops, one leg comes up. Working that core, strengthening that core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let those legs drop onto your mat. Reach your arms overhead. Stretch out that core here. Bringing those feet back onto your mat. Letting your feet come together. Walking them further away from your bottom to enhance this oblique work. The closer they are toward your bottom, the easier it becomes. Arms stay long alongside of you. Lift that body up into a crunch position. And now come side to side, like a penguin, reaching for those heels. If it feels too easy, walk those feet a little bit further away. Feeling those obliques, the sides of our core. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay back, hug your knees in. Give yourself a nice little hug here. Exhale, let those legs come long. Working that core one final time. We're gonna go for a little bike ride. So let your hands come to resting behind your head. As we drive in, left knee, reaching our right elbow toward it. Coming through center, switching sides. Taking a bicycle ride here. Driving opposite knee to opposite elbow. Trying to straighten that leg out to a hover between each one. Slow and controlled movement. Make sure that lower back is meeting your mat. Breathing through it, knowing we're almost there. You can do this. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs come long, arms come long. Stretch out that core. Gently and slowly lifting your body up to a seated position. Working that core one final time. Hinge forward at your hips, finding that forward fold. As you reach toward your feet, maybe that forehead comes down towards your legs. Every exhale, deepening that stretch just a little bit. Exhale, gently come back up to a proud chest seated position. Hug that left knee in here. Hug it in, plant that left foot. Twist to the left, letting your right arm come to the outside of your left knee. As you twist open here, breathing. Gently coming back through center. Let that left leg come out. Right leg comes in. Give it a nice hug. Plant your right foot down. Twist open to the right. Left arm presses against your right leg. Gaze back over that shoulder if you're able. Gently coming back to center. Right leg comes out. Ever so lightly lay that body down. Resting onto your mat. Left leg comes up. Let it fall over to the right. Finding a supine twist as you gaze over your left shoulder. Breathing into that lower back. Stretching it out. Taking any tension out here. Coming back through center. Left leg comes high. and lays down. Right leg comes high, falls to the left, gazing over the right. Breathing into that lower back. Gently coming back through center. Left leg comes high as we let it lay down to our mat. Heels falling to the outside corners of our mat. Arms falling alongside of us. Palms facing up to receive all that positive new energy in our body. As we enter our final resting pose here, Savasana. Sealing those eyes if that feels okay. Taking nice deep breaths. Bringing your mind back to that original intention that you may have set at the beginning of your practice. Feeling grounded here. Taking the next few moments to yourself. Not letting that mind wander. Gently bringing movement back into your body, however it feels good to you. Wiggling about. And when your body feels ready, gently fall onto your right side, using that right bicep as a pillow for your head. And finally, when it feels okay, gently, slowly sitting that body up into a comfortable seated position on your mat. Facing forward as we all face one another. Keeping that proud chest, that strong posture as you wrap up your day. And remembering to keep that strong core, that strong mind throughout your week. And until I see you again on Thursday evening. Taking one final breath here as we inhale, and this time we'll exhale through our mouth, letting it all out. Bringing our hands to heart center as we all seal our practice together by bowing forward. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed class. I will hang around in case you have any questions or comments. Otherwise, have a great evening, and I will see you Thursday.
Thanks, Elle. You rock, as usual.
Yeah.
Thanks, Elle.
Of course.
Thank you, Elle.
Bye-bye.
Good to see you all.